Back to Canberra now, and the federal government's backpacker tax legislation is expected to come to a vote in the Senate today.
The government has compromised on its original proposal, but there's still no guarantee it'll pass the upper house. Our political reporter Uma Patel joins us now from Parliament House. Uma, good morning. I think I read last night, just before I went to bed, that actually one element of the backpacker tax that was voted down in the Senate, I think because a One Nation senator failed to turn up.
Yeah, indeed, it was voted down last night, the departure tax. So this was part of the package. It would increase the departure tax from $55 up to $60, so an increase of $5. And the government's expected to have the support of One Nation and therefore carry it through, but it did fail without two senators that were missing in action. Now, of course, this does form part of that package. This all began during the 2015 budget, so about a year and a half ago, where the government saw what they saw as a problem where a lot of backpackers were falling in that tax-free threshold. They were earning less than $18,000, so they weren't paying any tax. So the government sought to introduce a 32.5% tax, but after a backlash from the community, from growers saying that we just need these backpackers to come and pick the fruit and we're not attracting enough, they announced a review. Now, after that review, they've since pared that back to 19% and also coupled it with this departure tax that failed last night, but also a 95% tax on the super contributions from these backpackers. So almost getting all of their superannuation contributions. Now, Labor and Jackie Lambie wants that pared back further. They want it to be 10.5% instead of what the government is proposing, which is 19%. They say that that puts it comparable with places like New Zealand. Barnaby Joyce, the Deputy Prime Minister, says that, in fact, they're earning more in Australia anyway, so Australia's actually quite competitive if you compare it with New Zealand.
Yep.
But have a listen to what he had to say on whether he could find a middle ground between that 19%, which is what the government is proposing, and that 10.5%, which is what Labor and Jackie Lambie are proposing.
Look, and we negotiated 19. Fran, we know how the Labor Party would play. If we said 14, they'd say 8. If we said 8, they'd say 2. If we say 2, they'd say 0. If we said 0, they would say, no, you've actually got to not pay them tax, pay them more money.
And that's the end of that. So I guess he's done with negotiating. But given what we've seen overnight with the One Nation senator, are the numbers secure for this?
Well, for the backpacker tax, certainly not. It doesn't look like it. But for the departure tax measure, which is part of the package but could be introduced, or it looks to be introduced separately as a separate bill, it does look like they have the numbers if One Nation are in the chamber.
All right, Uma, good to talk to you this morning. Thanks so much.